Breaking news out of Washington today, and this time the update is not just another headline, it is a financial reality that will directly shape the everyday lives of more than 72 million Americans who rely on Social Security benefits each month. After months of projections, inflation uncertainty, and constant speculation about whether seniors would receive a meaningful boost or yet another disappointing number, the suspense has finally ended. The United States government has officially confirmed the 2026 COLA, and this announcement could mean the difference between financial relief and continued struggle for millions of retirees, disabled Americans, and low-income beneficiaries. Today, we break down exactly what was announced, when the money will arrive, who benefits most, and the unexpected complications that many seniors may still face. The COLA, cost of living adjustment, is not a bonus or a special reward. It is supposed to be a protective shield that keeps Social Security benefits in line with the ever-rising cost of everyday essentials. Over the past few years, however, millions of seniors have watched their buying power shrink as groceries, housing, medical care, and utilities climbed far faster than their benefits. While past COLAs have helped, they often fail to cover the true inflation people experience in their daily lives. That's why this 2026 announcement has been so highly anticipated. Seniors are counting on Washington to help them keep up, not fall behind. Today's announcement confirms that the 2026 Social Security COLA is officially set at 3.2%. This number is slightly higher than what early estimates predicted earlier this year and is being welcomed as real relief, especially after recent years where the inflation felt in households did not match the government's official calculations. A 3.2% increase may not sound like much at first, but when your income is fixed, every percent represents real survival, groceries on the table, medication refills, and the ability to stay warm in the winter months. So what does a 3.2% increase actually mean for your wallet? Based on current benefit averages, retirees will see about $59 more every month, which comes out to approximately $708 per year. Of course, the exact amount depends entirely on your current check. If you receive $1,800 a month today, your increase will be around $58, while those receiving $2,000 will see about $64 added. Those with higher benefits will see larger increases, and those on lower checks will see smaller ones, but every dollar counts, especially when most seniors are already stretching their benefits to cover rapidly rising living costs. There are some groups who will feel this raise even more deeply than others. Seniors over 75, widows and widowers relying on survivor benefits, low-income Americans on SSI, disabled individuals receiving SSDI, and veterans whose Social Security amounts are tied into VA benefit adjustments. For many of these people, this isn't just an increase, it is breathing room. It is the difference between worrying about which bill to skip this month and being able to cover the basics with a little less fear. Now, when will you actually see this money? The 3.2% COLA increase officially begins in January 2026, but the exact payment date depends on your birthday. Beneficiaries with birthdays between the 1st and 10th will receive their new amount on the first Wednesday of January, those with birthdays from the 11th to the 20th on the second Wednesday, and those born from the 21st to the 31st on the third Wednesday. Meanwhile, SSI beneficiaries will get their boosted payment one day early, on December 31st, 2025, due to the holiday calendar. So yes, some people will see this higher amount hit their accounts before the new year even starts. So why exactly did the government land on 3.2% as the final increase? It all comes down to inflation, specifically a measurement called the CPIW index, which tracks the cost of goods and services for working Americans. And throughout 2025, inflation remained stubbornly high, food prices are still elevated, energy costs have continued to fluctuate upward, healthcare, particularly out-of-pocket spending for seniors, is now more expensive than ever in U.S. history. It is no surprise that the pressure from advocacy groups and seniors across the country pushed Washington toward a higher COLA than previously projected. However, there's a big catch that seniors need to prepare for. Medicare Part B premiums are expected to rise again in 2026. That means that while your Social Security check will technically increase by 3.2%, Medicare may immediately take away part of that boost. For some Americans, the actual increase may feel more like 2% or even less. Instead of $59 extra each month, you may only see $20 to $40 more after deductions. Washington delivered good news today, but they did not highlight how much of it may be swallowed by healthcare costs almost instantly. There's another issue seniors must be aware of: taxes. More Americans than ever before are being forced to pay taxes on their Social Security benefits, and the reason is alarming. The income thresholds that determine taxation have not been updated for decades. Even as COLA increases push benefits slightly higher each year, Retirees are getting pushed into tax categories that were never originally meant to target seniors living on fixed incomes. So while COLA puts money in your pocket, tax rules could take some of it away. Looking ahead, economists remain divided about the future of inflation. Some believe that prices will continue rising into 2027, which could lead to another reasonably strong COLA next year. Others warn that the Social Security program itself is facing a deeper crisis, one that COLA cannot fix. The Social Security Trust Fund is projected to face serious shortfalls in the early 2030s. Without reform, cuts to future benefits are a real possibility. So while today's news brings short-term relief, the long-term future of Social Security still requires urgent action from lawmakers, something Washington has been slow to deliver. Let's summarize what this all means for you. The 2026 COLA increase is officially 3.2%. The average retiree will receive about $59 more per month, with bigger or smaller increases depending on their current benefit. Increased checks begin January 2026, and SSI recipients receive theirs on December 31st, 2025, but Medicare and taxes could reduce part of the raise, meaning seniors must stay informed, aware, and proactive to protect their financial health. Before we end, there are 4 critical steps that every Social Security beneficiary must take immediately to ensure that they receive every dollar they are entitled to in 2026. These actions may seem small, but they can protect your benefits from delays, reductions, or unexpected deductions. First, visit your My Social Security account online and review your personal information. Make sure your bank account details and mailing address are correct. Even a small error, like an outdated bank number, can delay your payment or cause a missed deposit. Second, take a close look at your Medicare coverage, especially during open enrollment. The wrong plan can cost you more in premiums and copays, cutting into your COLA increase before you ever feel the benefit. A quick review could save you money every month. Third, pay close attention to your annual income. As benefits rise, more seniors are unexpectedly pushed into paying taxes on Social Security. Tracking your total income throughout the year can help you avoid surprise tax bills later on. And finally, share this information with someone else who relies on Social Security. Millions of Americans still do not know that a 2026 increase has been officially confirmed, and they may miss crucial steps that protect their financial security. This has been your official update on the 2026 Social Security COLA announcement. And as always, staying informed means staying protected. Make sure you are subscribed, notifications are on, and join us again right here as we continue covering every financial change that affects your benefits, your stability, and your future. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next report.